What is on your anti-bucket list that you'll never do again? I once tried to impress a date by ordering the spiciest dish on the menu. I'll never again pretend my taste buds can handle what they clearly can't. Lesson learned: ghost peppers aren't a substitute for personality. Getting high on cough syrup. Felt like I was dying. Hopefully, chemotherapy. Not taking care of my teeth. Seriously, guys, brush your fucking teeth. Get married. Third time won't be the charm. I live in LA, so I have routine access to Universal, Disney, Six Flags, Knott's, etc. I will never go to a park in the summer. It's 100 fact. Kids aren't in school, so it's packed. You stand in the sun for hours for a 30-second ride. My dad is coming this weekend and wanted to go to Disney. I flat out refused. We'll go in November. Assume that every co-worker is a friend. Intentionally acting stupid and immature. It was a habit rooted in deep insecurities, still have them. But now I am trying to actually act my age and finding true friends. For the first time in years, I have an actual friend group, and it feels great. Salvia. Drugs are supposed to be fun. I can do without experiencing that demon trip ever again. Driving 17 hours straight to Orlando and having to drive the I-4 on 2 hours of sleep. I have smoked crack exactly one time, and I will never do it again. I am not trying to glamorize it, so I will just say that I know myself well enough that if I ever touched it again, it would be very hard to stop. Will not date a preacher's daughter. Never again will I attempt to cook a gourmet meal while simultaneously trying to entertain guests and keep my cat from jumping on the kitchen counter. It was a chaotic disaster that ended with burnt food, a stressed-out chef me, and one very mischievous cat who got a taste of marinara sauce and decided to redecorate the living room. I will never trust a car seller at their word again, regardless of if they are somebody I know. Many years ago, I was burned by an acquaintance selling a Jeep. I will also never buy a Jeep again. New York City on New Year's Eve. Giant swing. One I went on was 200 feet high when we pulled the quick release to drop. Thought since I love roller coasters and thrill rides, I'd enjoy it. I did not like free-falling while parallel to the ground. At all. Only time I've let out a blood-curdling scream of pure terror. Run a marathon. That was awful. I'll never go skydiving again. The experience was thrilling, but the fear and anxiety I felt outweighed the excitement. Once was enough for me. Everclear. Once was enough forever. Hostels, I'm very glad they exist as cheap options for young people. Exactly how I experienced them. But I'm now happy to close that chapter of my life. Lol. Extra privacy, extra cleanliness, and extra comfort are vastly more worth it to me now, and fortunately I can afford that. I will never have another wedding in my life. If my husband and I divorced, I'm positive I would stay single. I'm not expecting to divorce him, but if I did, I don't ever want to try it again. One and done. If it doesn't work with him, I won't bother ever trying again. Jet skiing. My brother refused to slow down. My ankles, knees, hips, and back were so fucked up from all the bouncing that when we stopped at a beach, I couldn't walk. The jet ski was extremely bouncy, and we hit a particularly bad patch of water. We jumped and slammed back down and my head flew forward, and my chin hit his back. I legitimately felt my brain rattle. 2 weeks later, I was diagnosed with PCs after having non-stop migraines, throwing up, extreme lethargy, and what I can only describe as disassociation. Spend time trying to get people to see why I'm worthwhile to be friends with. Meth. Dating a woman who says she loves you 4 days into the relationship. To any guy or girl reading this, please use it as a warning. The only thing that'll come out of a relationship like that is trouble. Weed, I gave it so many tries. Tried everything every smoker said to make the experience better. Extremely low dosages, different ways of smoking, different strains. It just does not work for me, which is unfortunate because it seems really enjoyable. But something about my brain chemistry doesn't work with it. Bungee jumping was on my bucket list, so I did it and hated every second of it. Skydiving was fun and oddly, not the least bit scary for me yet. Bungee jumping absolutely terrified me when I got there to do it. Do a PAD. Fucking hell. Accidentally eat poorly cooked chicken teriyaki in a strange city far from home the night before an early flight. Climb Notre Dame, fuck that staircase getting smaller and smaller as you go up. Alice in Wonderland awfulness. Doing anything before stretching. I'm 33. Get wasted before a flight. Take a cruise on a large cruise ship. Skydiving. Tried it once, and the thrill didn't quite outweigh the terror. Good for one time, only for me. Get into a committed relationship. Now, bear in mind I'm married, but if it were to ever end for some reason, I wouldn't seek out commitment anymore. Drinking. Honestly, life is funner without the alcohol involved, and it's not fun as you get older. Hot yoga. F that. Cliff jumping. I had testicle and perineum pain for days, and yes, I tried to close my legs and clench my butt. Edibles. One time was enough for me. Long crowded concerts, not because I didn't enjoy it, but I had the urgent need. Take a shit in the middle of it. Yeah, no thanks. Vacations in public places. I've had it with lame touristy places and crowds. It seems like a waste of money to go somewhere with the intention of R, but instead you have to deal with annoying people, screaming kids, traffic, basically everything I can get for free at home. From now on, it'll be remote places, cabin in the woods, or staycations. Marriage.